Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all the praises, honor, and glory unto the Most High and His only begotten Son. Call Halayim La Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Ruach HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, great millstone, roots as well. Double honors to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Wabarakathum, and to the hopeful elect. Alright, I'll take you to the Spirit. I'm going to go into a quick video, entitled The Lord Defies Logic. You see, now, in the sight of the situation, what looks as if there's no way out, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, he defies logic. That's why you have precepts like 2 Corinthians 5 and 7, where it speaks on how for we walk by faith and not by sight. Then you have Habakkuk, the second chapter. It speaks on how the just shall live by faith. You see, and when you go into the definition of the word faith, it means in Hebrews 11, the 11th chapter, the substance of things hoped for, evidence of things not seen. So in order to have faith, the sight of your situation has to look like there's no way out. You see, the sight of your scenario has to look as if, there's no way to escape, which will mean that the Lord's going to have to show his saving power to deliver you out of it. You see? And that's what the Lord is looking for. He's looking for those that believe in his saving power no matter what. Even if they so-called have to take a death, even if they so-called have to get persecuted, lose their family, lose their home, be on the street, be in a FEMA camp, who's going to still believe in the Lord's saving power at that point? Speaking of myself first and foremost, I always try and make sure I keep that mindset on me, like, you got to believe regardless. You see, because if you continue to believe, you have a chance to be delivered. You believe in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, in truth and sincerity, man, you have a chance to make it, regardless of what scenario you're in. Even getting into trouble, man. You fuck up in this flesh. You have moments where you're examining ain't been on point and you've been slacking. You see? You have moments where where you're tripping. Well, the key is still believing in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai saving power. That's why I believe it's Isaiah. I can't think of the exact coordinates. I know it's in Isaiah. I think it's Isaiah 59. In verse 1, it speaks on the Lord's hands not short. His arm is not short that he cannot deliver. And who's the Lord's arm known as oftentimes? Yahweh Shai. And Yahweh Shai has the ability to deliver you out of any situation or scenario that you're in, any predicament. There's nothing that's too big for the Lord to get us out of. That's why, Luke 1 and 37? It says, for a man, things are impossible, but with Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, nothing shall be impossible. Right? The Lord can do anything, man. You see? So we got to have that type of understanding and have that type of faith to be able to get through this great tribulation, get through this times we're finna be in. Believing no matter what happens. That's Revelation 2 and 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer, because we're all going to suffer before we inherit the kingdom. You got to prove yourself to the Lord that you're worthy. Right? Just like our forefathers had to prove themselves in the wilderness. You see? So you got to prove yourself to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Right? And that's how you'll be able to be fit to make it. Alright? But hold on, I'm going to resume this video later. Alright, Shalom, I'm returning back. That lesson got interrupted. So I'm going to continue on that exhortation, on that point. We're going to be delivered by our faith, by us believing, regardless of the scenarios that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai brings upon us. That's why in Romans, the 4th chapter, it speaks on how Abraham, when you read in NLT, I believe it's Romans chapter 4. And let me see, I might pull it up real quick. Now I'm in a situation where I can actually look at the precepts. So let's go into the NLT. This is Romans chapter 4. I believe it's verse 17. All right, let's see. Romans 4. And I'm going to read this because this is the mindset we got to have in order to make it out of these times that we're going to be in. All right, let's see. Yep, here we go. Romans 4 and 18 NLT. Even when there was no reason for hope, Abraham kept hoping. He continued to have faith. It says, believing that he will become the father of many nations. For Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai had said to him, that's how many descendants you will have. Because when you go into that account with Abraham and then Isaac, the Lord had told Abraham that Isaac was going to be the seed of the promises and everything. But then he got tempted with sacrificing Isaac when you read in Genesis. And because of Abraham's faith that he had, he was willing to sacrifice him, even though it wasn't no human sacrifices. So in that situation, he believed. Regardless of how the side of the situation looked, he believed, and the Lord dealt with him, and that was counted for him as righteousness, man. And it's gonna be the same way for us. You know, our faith, our belief in Yahweh Shah's saving power is gonna count as righteousness towards us. But just because you say you believe doesn't mean that you don't gotta walk the walk. See, the Lord is not just a power that allows you to just do lip service. You see, and that's I believe it's Isaiah 29 says they worship me with their mouth. Well, Yahweh Shah isn't dealing with lip service. He wants to see us actually, do what he said. Regardless of how bad our scenario gets, he wants to see us really strive and fight to receive that blessing, man. Like Jacob wrestled the angel to receive his blessing, the Lord wants to see us fight as well. And really show the Lord that we believe in his saving power and that we trust in him. And prove ourselves ultimately. That's the ultimate thing, is just to prove ourselves. You see, and if we do prove ourselves and endure, then what's the fruit or result of that? Let's get this real quick. Let's go to Matthew chapter 24. It is a precept we always bring out, but this is how the Lord deals, man. This is Matthew 24 and 13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And what do you have to endure? What do you have to stand firm in? You have to stand firm in your faith and your belief in Yahweh Shah. Which is easier said than done. But we understand that we know the ways to work on our faith. We understand our faith grows by, the more you learn and the more word you take in, that's the more you have to believe in. And then also our faith grows by us applying this word. You see? And ultimately by those actions that you take, prayer, taking an action, praying, doing what the Lord said, the Lord will increase you with more faith. And then he's going to try you out and put you through the fiery trial. Matter of fact, I'm going to get that next. That's another precept that's a good one. But let's get this. This is the word for the word endure. In Matthew 24 and 14, this is Strong's G 5278. And I want to get definition A. It says to persevere under misfortunes and trials, to hold fast to one's faith in Yahweh Shai. Right? So ultimately to continue in the faith through the misfortunes, through the tribulations. That's who's going to be saved. That's who's going to inherit the new covenant the first go-round. Those who believe until the end. That's who's going to get delivered. But within that process of us building our faith, you got to go through that straight gate. And I want to get this right here. And this is going to be the last precept I get, because the point has been made. This is James chapter 1, and I want to get this in NLT. I'm going to get James 1 in verse 2, NLT, and I'm going to read to verse 4. Dear brothers and sisters, when troubles come your way, consider it an opportunity for great joy. So look at it as a joyous thing. The Lord is allowing you to suffer for the sake of the ministry. Verse 3, it says, for you know that when your faith is tested, your endurance has a chance to grow. So when you getting tried out, you're going through these different various trials, jacked up situations where the side of the situation looks bad, that's an opportunity for your faith to increase or get better. You see, that's the time for you to have hope. Trust in the Lord. But it says verse 4. And it says, so let it grow. For when your endurance is fully developed, you will be perfect and complete, needing nothing. You see? And that's how when you increase in your patience means to endure long suffering, your faith goes up as well. You see? So these different, side of these different scenarios that we're going in, that we're going to be going through, they're set up to ultimately allow us to build our faith, to gain more trust in the Lord, and to gain more that relationship. You see? But ultimately we understand that it's all about belief, man. It's all about continuing to believe until the end, continuing to trust until the end. Regardless of how bad you mess up, regardless of how bad your situation, your scenario gets, just believing until the end. That's what the Lord is looking for. Matter of fact, I'm going to get that last. That was supposed to be last precept. I want to get this. I want to get this one right here. This is what the Lord is looking for when he returns back. This is a good one. This is Luke 18. I'm going to start up a little bit because this goes into a parable of how it is for the elect who are sighing and crying, you know, for the Lord to come and deliver them. Well, it gave a parable of a lady that was sighing and crying to an unjust judge. Well, the Lord is a righteous judge, and he's going into it in this chapter. This is Luke 18 and verse 6. It says, and the Lord said, hear what the unjust judge saith. You see, so the unjust judge eventually, you know, helped that woman out that kept crying out to him. Now let's read what it says about the elect. The elect is the chosen of the Israelites, man, who the Lord is going to deliver. Luke 18 and verse 7. It says, and shall not Yahweh Bashem Yahushai avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them? You see, and how is he going to avenge us? By you know, putting our enemies into our putting all of our enemies, those who spoiled us, as our spoils. You know, giving us new bodies, taking us out of this chain of darkness, and allowing us to, you know, see our enemies go down for what they've done to us. That's how he's going to avenge us. You know, this third woe, the second death. Verse 8, it says, I tell you that he will avenge them speedily, right? The Lord will avenge his elect. It says, nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth? So the Lord said, when he returns back, shall he find faith? That's what he's looking for, those that believe in his saving power. You see? So that's the most important thing, belief and trust in the Lord. Regardless of how our side of our situation get, we got to trust in the Lord. But anyways, Lord willing, you know, this was exhorting and gave some edification, man. Hey, you believe, you win, you get the victory. I like to end it all by saying, call hello, Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rakach Kodash. All right. Double honors to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Why double honors to the apostles, elders, great millstone, Ruchi's well. Till next time, come on, Shalom.